Hi everyone and welcome to Cooking in Manhattan. This is Serena and today it's very hot in New York City. We are in the middle of a heat wave and most importantly we are going to a pool party. Our friends will be grilling and barbecuing and they asked me to bring some guacamole and salsa. So today I want to show you how to make my perfect guacamole. The ingredients for guacamole are ever so simple. You need 2 avocados, and the avocado is ripe when it's soft to the touch but not too squishy. Most importantly, you want to get something that has the inside. See, when you remove this little seed, you really can take a peek inside of what's going on with the avocado. You want something that is greenish yellow. So you don't want something that is too green, otherwise you won't be able to make a creamy guacamole, but you don't want something that is bright, that is a deep green, because it means that it's actually going to rot very quickly. So besides the avocado, of course, you need some cilantro, and I have already chopped it into a very thin chiffonade. I'm also going to add a little bit of ground cumin. Cumin is important because it really gives depth of flavor to your guacamole. Cumin is the seed of coriander, of cilantro. So it's really very important that you add it to it. Then we have a little bit of, actually a lot of jalapeno, because our camera guy over there really likes his guacamole to be spicy. And then onions. I put the onions in a little bit of water and salt because I don't want my friends to have a oniony breath when they eat my guacamole. Then I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice to make everything creamier and brighten the flavor. I didn't find the limes at the grocery store because they were a little bit angry, so I decided to opt for lemons instead. And then of course I am going to use a little bit of kosher salt, and you know, sometimes for guacamole you think you have to have some very classic traditional Mexican toolkit, but I am just going to use, you know, something like this, basically a potato masher. I want to show you how to open up safely an avocado. I learned this trick actually from Alton Brown on the Food Network. So what you do is really you make an incision inside, like down the middle of the avocado really, and you make sure that you turn it around very carefully. Just keep your fingers always on the sides so that you don't cut yourself. And then you turn it like this. Oops, there is a little bit of avocado that came out. So here you go. So this is your 2 halves of the avocado. I am going to take the first one and scoop it into our bowl. I already cut my first avocado, but I wanted really to show you a little bit of tricks to do it properly. And then don't toss the pits of the avocado, because they contain some special antioxidants that prevent the avocado from browning. So what I do is I try to get the blade of my knife in the middle of the pit, like this, and then I turn around. So this is the way it looks like. I am going to keep it so that I can save the pit and put it back into the guacamole until I'm ready to serve it. Of course, I am going to remove it when I serve it because I don't want my friends to bite into the pit of the avocado and it wouldn't really look pretty at all, right? So I'm going to finish scooping out the avocado and then I will show you the next steps. Are you ready to make some guac? Traditionally, guacamole is made in a tool that is called molcajete. I don't have that, so I will be using something like this, you know, to mash potatoes. But first of all, let's get started with all the ingredients that we need to mash together. So I have about half a tablespoon of kosher salt. I'm going to put it in here, so that actually makes for an easier mashing and better and much better texture. Then I am going to add about, let's say, 1 of the jalapenos, and then we'll add a little bit more if our camera guy wants a little bit more. And then the onion. See, I drained the onion that I had put in water and salt. Ooh, the smell of the jalapeno is making me cry. Here you go. And then finally, we are going to add the cumin, which I mentioned was the seed of the cilantro. So here we go. Just a little pinch, about half a teaspoon of it. And now we are going to start mashing. So I'm going to give it a nice mash, and then I will show you how it looks. We are going to add the zest of a lemon. We add some citric acid, which is really lemon juice, for two reasons. Because, of course, it brightens the flavor of the guacamole, but most importantly because citric acid prevents the oxidation. So it contains the antioxidants that will prevent the guacamole from going brown. And of course, we'll also be adding the pits, which will help us with that too. So I added my lemon. Now I'm going to finish giving it a stir, and then I will add the cilantro for last, because I don't want the cilantro to wilt with all the lemon juice. So I will mash everything together a little bit longer so that it has a nice texture. Add a little bit of salt if it's necessary, and then finally I will top my guacamole with the cilantro, and I'll show you how it looks. So our guac is ready. As you can see from the texture, the potato masher actually gives the guac a very nice texture. It's not like the store-bought that is very smooth and creamy, but it doesn't have the personality of a real guacamole. I put the pits back into the avocado, so that will prevent browning and oxidation of the guacamole. And now, before I refrigerate it, I am going to give it a little taste, you know, really Mexican style. It is so good, and I cannot wait to share it with my friends. I hope seeing how easy making the perfect guacamole is persuaded you to make your own and forgo the store-bought. And now turn off the screen and get cooking. Ciao!